the third, what I would call kids' bedrooms, before we get to the master bedroom, the third kid bathroom would be over here. And I can see that my walls don't quite go far enough, so I'll drag them over just a little bit more. They should clean themselves up, and they are. And I'll drag these two over just a little bit more. So I was a little lazy or sloppy or whatever when I put them in to begin with. Okay, and we know that the doors want to be the same, so I'm going to say match properties, and we know that the 3-foot door doesn't work, so I'll make it a little bit smaller. And what I want to do is I'll put a vanity across here, or yeah, I want the door to be here away from that one so they don't have such a conflict. So I was thinking about, do I want the vanity on this side or this side? And I do want it on this side because that, if I put the vanity on this side, that allows me to have the door over here, and there's less of a conflict between these two doors. Even though there's not a huge conflict, there's still a little bit of one. So that's fine. So what are we going to do? Well, I want to put the tub in. So I'll go over to match. No, I'll go over to create similar. So to modify, and then just click on that and say create similar. Now I can put that tub over here. And now I have to align it. No, that's not what I wanted. I want the tub to be sideways. So I'll pick a new host. Let's say that this is the host. There we go. That's what I wanted. And my plumbing is going to be on this wall. So I need an access panel for the tub, but that's okay. I'll put the access panel here. And that means that the plumbing, wherever the drain is where your faucet will be. And from time to time, the faucet will need some attention, either new O-rings or some sort of attention to be paid to it. So we generally put an access panel, and paying attention to where the access panel would go on the inside of the closet, which is a fine place because it's actually visible. And that would be better than having an access panel out here on this wall, which would be visible by the stairs every time you went up and down. And access panels aren't that attractive. So I'm going to leave the plumbing for that on here, but all the other plumbing will be on this wall. So now I want to put in my countertop, architecture, component, model in place. It's still casework. I haven't gone out of that casework yet. And I'm going to do an extrusion, again, that rectangle. And then come over here. I want it to be 2 feet. Can I drag it? Ah, look at that. I got it to be 2 feet. Okay, and that's good. What distance do I want that to be? Well, we know that should be 3 feet. So I'm going to click here to here. It's 2'9". What object do I want to move? This one. So I'll change that to 3 feet. I think we look pretty good there. So I'll delete that. There's my countertop. And I have to change my end extrusion, which is 3 feet. My beginning of that extrusion is 2 feet 10. It defaulted to something else that we had done, which was obviously the mirror. I'm going to change that to tile. So in the search box, I'll just try tile. And let's see what we have. I'm looking for my porcelain 4 inches. So now there's my countertop. I can put my toilet in now. Architecture, component, go over here. TOI, let's see what comes up. There's a toilet right there. We'll use the domestic. Put that right here. We want to center it in that space. So measure from here to here and to here. Put that there. Click on equal. Now it's equal distant in that space. I can delete my dimensions. I just have to put the sink in now. Let's say create similar, which I think is a very easy tool to use. And let's change that to 5 inches before we put it in. No, I change it to 5 feet. We'll change it back to 5 inches. And then I'll put it in right here. Now it should be visible. And in fact, it is. And let's dimension it to make it right in the middle of this countertop. And 2 foot 2 and 2 foot 2 means that it is directly in the center, so I don't have to use my equal command. Now we're going to edit this like we've done before, many times before. I want to create a void extension. I'll use pick lines and I will go 1 inch offset. You've seen this in previous tutorials, but it's pretty simple to do. And I have to do it anyway, so there's no reason for me not to make this tutorial again, even though you may not need to watch it because you know how to do this. So I picked one of the lines of the tile and offset that. That was a mistake, so I'll just delete it. Straight line, remember, 0 is the offset. Boom, boom. That looks good. Where's it cutting? Very good. And so I can say okay to that and then say cut. Let's see what happens. Yep, looks like it did it. We'll save that and actually come up here and save this right now too. So what's left? Well, I got to put that under cabinet counter in there, which I under cabinet in there, which I don't have yet. So let's just draw a section across here and take a look at it. What does it look like? I'll have to put the mirror into. Go to view. And let's just drag this up a little bit just to get it out of the way. So I'll pull it up to there. And the view range, I'll also put that up to there. All right, so there's that. Let's go to section 2 and see what we have. I guess I can do it from section 2. WT, I have a lot of sections here open. I have a lot of different drawings open, but I know I want this one and this one. So it's a second floor plan that I'm concerned about. So I'm going to say, click on this guy, right click, create similar, come over here and click and put it in over here. And if I click on it, I can see that the arrows are here. That's the front. I can align that to the center line of the sink. Let's just go back to here. And let's go back and look at that section again, which is right here. I could probably make it a little bit wider or less wide and put in another shelves on both sides. That's really what I should do. So I'm going to come over here and say, instead of this being, let's make it 30 inches wide. It still works. So then I'll grab this guy because I want the shelves. I'll right click and say create similar, make this the active view and place it right in there. Okay. And let's align it to the edge of this counter, this cabinet. It looks like it sticks over a little bit. Let's align it back to this wall. And then let's go look at that section again right there. It's a little bit too big, so I got to take some distance off of that. I'm hitting the escape key just to measure what distance do I really want that cabinet to be. And if I look up here, it says it's 11 inches. 12 inches would be the 3-inch increment, and 9 inches would be a 3-inch increment. So I'm going to change that to 9 inches wide. So come over here. I have a 12-inch. Let's see if I have a 9-inch. And no, I don't. So what do I have to do? I'll go back here, edit the type, duplicate it, call it 9 inches, and change the width right here to 9 inches. And now it's 9 inches. So I'll have to realign it with here, and it's going to stick over a little bit on this side. And I'm going to say that's okay. And then I'll just mirror what I just created about the center line of that cabinet. And now, look at that. Now I've done my third bathroom. Let's just take a look at it. What's wrong? The door needs to come down a little bit. When I see those 4 arrows on my mouse, that means that I can actually drag the object that's highlighted. And I'm going to drag it down to there. And I guess I really should center it between this wall, the center line, and the face of the cabinets, maybe. Say equal. Where's my equal? It should be there. Oh, I didn't put the second one in. All right, I'll dimension it again. from here to the center line of the door and then to the wall. I just didn't get that second dimension line in there. Now I'll have an equal. Okay. And then I will delete both of these dimensions. Delete this one. Delete the, whoops, I deleted the tub by mistake. So I hit the undo. I'm going to delete that. Hit the enter key to accept the constraints. And what did I just do? By mistake, I center lined it between the wall instead of where I wanted it to be center lined, from this wall to the center line of the door to the, really to the countertop. Okay. And I'll say equal. Now remove constraints and I'm good. So I wasn't really paying that much attention, unconstrained. And I, by mistake, I said I want that door to be centered between these two walls. So that was a mistake on my part, but Revit didn't know it. So it put the door in actually to where I told it to, but that wasn't really where I wanted it to. So now I have my third bathroom in there. It looks pretty good. One more to go, but we'll end this video right now.